So, we've all heard the news that Jvega passed in the explosion. To be honest, I don't want to believe it. I didn't believe it when I first heard it. I'm still, I don't know. I almost don't have any words. Almost. But Vega taught me anything, I would say, is to question everything. So, that's the first thing I did. So, I'm not saying, and if he is dead, if he does end up truly passed away, whether it was from the explosion or from something else, because he hadn't posted in a little bit. The explosion happened yesterday morning before 8 a.m. At a military explosives plant, a plant that's had explosions before. One in 2014 that killed one person, I think injured one or two more, and then another one that I'm not sure injured anybody. But this explosion on yesterday, killed 19 people, as far as I know, from what I've seen. Killed 19 people, several others missing. Assumably, probably dead. But, you see, the explosion happened pretty far from Dyersburg. Not extremely far, but a couple hours drive. Now, I don't remember ever hearing Vega talk about a long drive to work. But he could have. He could have worked at this plant and never talked about it. And his life could be lost. Which is a major loss. But I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. It happened in McGowan. I'm not sure how to pronounce the word, honestly. The city. But it wasn't in Dyersburg. It was a couple hours away from Dyersburg, Tennessee. The explosion was in a town south of Clarksville, Tennessee, which is pretty north. It's like north, middle, west Tennessee. But there was lives lost. So, rest in peace, those people. And if Vega's life was lost in this, or just lost in general, rest in peace. Completely. Major loss. And that would just... if this is true, that really fucking sucks. Truly. Untimely. For sure. But I don't know. Like I said, I feel like if Vega taught me anything, it was to question everything. Even if it's to question him, but I don't know, man. I don't know what to think. But if he is passed, we've lost a brother, lost an uncle, lost a father. He was a good man. Despite what some of you will say, he seems like a good man. Good and decent. Truly. I was listening to great music. Of course, I'm going to say that. Great music. But I don't fucking get it. I don't fucking get it. And the other thing that makes me question it is, from what I've gathered, from what I know, Moeller, Mad Moeller, had mentioned Vega, had, made a troll post. As far as I'm aware, Moeller was the first one to say anything about Vega dying in the explosion. So one of my first thoughts was that Moeller made this post. You've seen it, I've seen it. I don't need to explain it. Mad Moeller had made this post about Jvega419 dying in the explosion. And then hours after that is when we got the comments from Vega's wife, the video, the tribute from Vega's wife, and so on and so forth. Lone Wolf had mentioned that he had gotten DMs from Vega's wife on Instagram, because I did check that too. I looked through me and Vega's DMs, but whenever I had got on there, it said he was, active a couple hours ago. But I assume that's from when Vega's wife contacted Lone Wolf. And I never said anything. I never will say anything about Vega. He was his own little thing. He had his moments. He even had stuff I didn't agree with, for sure. He had said stuff I didn't agree with. But he was a little goofball. A little bit of a goofball. And God. This would really fucking suck if it's true. I've been searching obituaries. I was searching obituaries, refreshing the page for a while last night, but trying to find anything at all. The Dyersburg obituaries. I was watching a couple videos on the explosion, because eventually they'll put out names of people that are lost or missing. In articles, I was reading a bunch of articles. I haven't done much this morning of searching, because I, got up and got my coffee and, did all my errands. But for a while last night, I was searching. And I didn't find any obituaries just yet, but that can take time. But truly, I think I'm questioning it, because I don't want to believe it. I truly don't. He was, 53? I think. That's still too young. And everybody's gonna say, well, but he drank so much, and he did all this stuff. Yeah, but that most of the time that doesn't even matter. And if the videos that we saw was the only things that he drank, or which I doubt it, because I think he had said before that, he drinks off cam. But even then, he had I think 2 sons, or he had a family. I don't know. I just don't want to think that it's come down to this. You see it now. Can't see anymore. There we go. I just think I don't want it to come down to this. I just think I don't want it to be true. And And I don't think, I like to think, at least, I'll be careful, I like to think at least that Vega wouldn't want us to, follow blindly or not ask questions, if we find something, if we feel off about something. And I feel a little off about it, to be honest. And I think it's mainly because I don't want to believe it. I don't want to accept it, I guess. I don't know, man. I do hope, if he has passed, that somebody, his wife or, family, somebody uses the channel, at least. Holds the channel down. Because I think Vega maybe would have wanted that. But I don't blame if his wife, Mrs. Vega, uh, doesn't want to do that. That's completely understandable. She did, we might have lost a YouTuber, uh, a friend, um, you know, a big person in this thing of ours. But she lost a husband, and she lost a father to her children. So I don't blame Mrs. Vega if she doesn't want to, join this thing of ours. Or doesn't want to carry any torch or anything like that if he has passed. Um, but Vega always had good music. That was the first thing we bonded over. Really, was the music. Uh, and man, there was just not gonna be anybody like. You can make comparisons to other people that make videos and drink or whatever and listen to the same kind of music or even have the same ideals, but there's not going to be anybody like Vega. So I hope he's not passed or anything. I hope he's not gone from YouTube or gone from this world, obviously. But I don't get it. I don't get it. You know, sometimes it is what it is. I'm almost at a loss for words, though. I hope it's not true. I want to think that this is just some big troll. I really do. I want to think that. Because, like I said, if Vega taught me anything, it's to question everything. And I think he would be. I like to think he would be understanding of that. But I just hate. I hate that my last video was another rip in the YouTube community, and now this one could be another one. But there will surely be more tribute videos to Vega. Better ones, even. Because now, if Vega's gone in this thing of ours, I might be the only Tennessee hick still here in this as a player in this thing. But yeah, I just don't get it. I don't get it. But as always, stay safe, stay happy, and rest in peace, J Vega, if he has passed. You will be missed. And there's a lot of people already, still talking shit about, family vacations and all that kind of stuff. And I think Vega knew that people were going to talk shit before he passed. He knew, being in this community, no matter what, people are going to talk shit. And I hope his wife understands that. I hope his wife understands that, none of the shit we say online fucking, matters, really. So I hope J Vega's wife, Mrs. Vega, understands that we can't, we can't affect her grieving process, if she doesn't allow us to. And I hope nothing anybody says affects her grieving process if she has lost her husband. So I hope she grieves properly and, deals with it, copes with it the best way she can. So truly, I'm not a prayer. I don't pray. But I do wish the Vega family all the best in such a shitty time. That's with everything else, going on, all the loss this year, just everywhere. But oddly enough, in this YouTube thing of ours, so I hope she grieves properly, and has the space to grieve properly outside of YouTube, and doesn't feel obligated to. I hope she doesn't feel obligated to be part of this thing if she doesn't want to. If he has passed. But if he has, rest in peace, Jvega419, Jvega the second. Stay safe. Stay happy.